what's up YouTube? This is Cookie Monster of ProForgeRacing with my 18th Forger review, Mythic X Reaper. He mostly makes roller coaster maps, but he's made a few other maps. He's an incredible forger, and I'd never heard of him before. He left a comment on my last review asking for his own. I checked out his maps, loved them, and he got the next review. So, here is his first map. This map he made with Adam Law. This map's called Revolution. It's a pretty awesome roller coaster. It's really long. It's smooth. Like, there's not a whole lot of tapering or anything like that. Tapering is like the staircase kind of effect to change angles. There's not much of that. There's not much wrong with this map. It's not like so easy it's boring and it's just flat, but it's not too challenging that it's frustrating. Like, it's easy enough. This was my first time ever playing it, and I finished my first lap easy enough. So this map's really good. I liked it a lot. This was his first map. I downloaded all his maps in his file share in the order they are. And this was the first one, and usually people's first maps aren't good. And I don't know if he made more maps before this, or if this is just the first one he file shared or what, but it's a really good map. I like it a lot. I like this part right here because there's walls and then windows, walls and windows. I think that's pretty sweet. But yeah, this map's really good. I like it a lot. And then it ends up here. You go up the hill and then onto a little bit of rocks. So, I mean, they pretty much used every item, made a nice long roller coaster. And that was a good start, definitely. This is his second map. This map is called Hell's Waves, and again, just like another huge, really nice roller coaster. And I started playing these maps, and then one after another, they were all just incredible. What I like here is that he colored each of these blocks. Every other is red and yellow. Like that, I don't know, that must have like taken a while going through every block and coloring them. It's not a huge deal, it just, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. I know other people have done that before. It's just, I don't know. I think that's cool. And, anyways, right there through the cave. This transition's kind of weird. You just kind of slide down, but I still like it. This map overall, though, it's huge. It's pretty fast-paced. It's a lot of fun. And I had no problems with it. Again, it was another huge, smooth roller coaster that's pretty easy but not boring. And starting off with these couple maps, just looking at these, I was like, okay, I'm sure his newer maps are even better. He is probably going to get a review. And yeah, here's his third map. This map is called The Reaper. This is an insane map. It's a little bit darker, but again, the same type of thing. A giant, smooth, really fun, wavy roller coaster. That's another thing I like about his roller coasters. They're pretty wavy, and that's kind of fun, going up and down the waves and stuff. I like it a lot. He's got a not necessarily unique style. He kind of does, but I mean, these are some types of turns and stuff you see in everyone's roller coaster. But he's very consistent. Like, all his maps are really good. He didn't just get lucky with one or two of his roller coasters. They're all really good. And some maps will look good from, like, the sky, but then when you actually play them, they're bumpy or challenging or have inverted turns or whatever. And he, on any of his maps, he has none of that. No, like, inverted turns, no ridiculous challenges or anything like that. So, it's a lot of fun, his maps, and, like, they're pretty easy again, so they're not, like, easy, like, boring, just not that challenging. Although he does have one challenge coaster coming up later in the review. I thought that part was kind of cool in the little cave there. You kind of go and, like, do a quick little turn. And another thing, a lot of times, roller coasters end boringly, but he seems to do a good job ending his. This is his first short track called Alto Vista ST. ST standing for short track. It's a new type of track that I think Zombies created or whatever. Just really short race tracks that I guess are for competitive racing. So, I mean, it's just pretty much a little figure eight, a sky half of the figure eight, and then a terrain half. Pretty simple map. I don't know much to say about it. It's kind of short for my liking personally. I think he did a good job with. I think for a short track, it's a good map. I'm just not a huge fan of short tracks because they're really short. But I mean, he does a good job with it. So with this map, so I liked it enough. Just kind of wish it was longer, but I guess that's the point, right? Anyways, so I like that map enough. Here's his first Supercross track, Qualcomm Stadium. It's a pretty simple SX track. It's got low jumps, small rhythm sections, gentle whoop sections. I mean, it's very well made for his first one. It's just not a whole lot of scenery to it besides the fact that it's a stadium. There's like bleachers and stuff, and it's completely indoors. So he does a good job, giving it like a stadium feel, like the title is. But the only thing I didn't like about it was that the jumps are all really small and low to the ground, and it's kind of short. But that's alright. It makes it feel more realistic, I guess. So I still liked it. Anyways, this map's pretty intense. This map is called Illusion. And I guess you got help from iGems. Oh, it said that in the description of the map. But this map is a lot of fun. Huge spiral right there at the beginning, starting it off. A little jump there. This map kind of steps it up from the other ones a little bit, because the other ones were long, smooth, like fun roller coasters. But this one's got the spirals and the jumps and stuff like that. This one really takes his skill of roller coasters to the level that he needed to push them to. He's got, cave he goes through right there. He basically just, again, a long, smooth, fun roller coaster, but he stepped it up a bit. Made a little bit more stuff, jumps, caves, spirals. And again, it's really fast-paced, just like all his. He's got really fast-paced roller coasters, and that's what I like. I hate when there's a lot of slow uphills and crap like that. He doesn't have too much of that. Of course, right after I say that, there's a little uphill, but he doesn't have too much of it, which is a good thing. And again, here's another uphill. But on all his really big uphills that he has to make, he adds man cannons to help speed up the process, so you're not just like ticking up really slowly. And anyways, then we work our way back up. Again, he ends it with rocks, because I think he probably runs out of pieces, and so he just ends it with rocks. But I like that. It's pretty cool and original. I like his maps a lot. This one's a lot of fun. One of his best. This is his challenge coaster. I had a lot of trouble with my first lap. It's called Vertification. This is my second lap. On my first lap, I had fallen off literally like 12 times. It's pretty much just a speed factor. That's pretty much the only challenge to it. Because with his maps especially, I was in the habit, I just played like 6 of his maps or so. 5 of his maps. And I was going as fast as I could the whole time. That part's kind of cool. It's single wide. Even more so, it's like thin. It's like half. So it's just enough for your mongoose. But it's pretty much just a speed factor. If you go slowly, it won't seem that challenging at all. It's just because you're used to going fast on his maps, and it has like tight corners and stuff. It's really not that challenging. It's just you're used to going fast, and if you go fast, it is really hard. But I'm pretty sure the secret to the challenge in this map is to slow the pace down. But this is a really cool map. I like the location, how most of it is located over here in this little like nook. I don't know, I like the feel to the map. Someone just fell on top of me, that was intense. But I like the feel. The only thing I don't like about his maps is that they kind of lack scenery, but I think they lack scenery because he puts all his money into the long roller coasters that he makes. So it doesn't really bother me that much because he makes really long, awesome maps, and if he made scenery, he wouldn't have enough money to make the maps so long and awesome, but it would be cool to see a little bit more. But moving on, this map is called Spectra, and he made it with VV Shadowwolf. It's, again, VV Shadowwolf is a really talented roller coaster maker himself. He's got a YouTube channel called Halo Track Studios. You may have heard of it. He's kind of popular himself. He makes some really good roller coasters. Like his map Goliath was one of my favorites of his. But this was putting him with Mythic X Reaper, and they have different roller coaster styles. Shadow Wolf's into like the huge hills and like hugeness, and Mythic's kind of into fast-paced maps. So when you put the two together, they really did a good job combining their skills to make it seem like a lot of the times the two different forgers forge a map together, you can tell like who made what. But I think because these guys kind of combined their styles into one, you can't really tell, who made what on this. And they did a really good job with it. And a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, sometimes VV Shadow Wolf, he'll use really big pieces and, just make his maps. Like, he made one map that was like 4 minutes long. He'll use like these pieces right here, but for like the whole map. So sometimes his go really long. But what I like is that he went more with the Mythic Reaper style and made it like not quite as long, like a shorter map. And I respected that a lot. That was really cool. I think they did a great job together. Now, this map is called Volcanic Burst. I had a map called Volcanic Ash in Halo 3 that I liked, but this one's called Volcanic Burst, excuse me. This is by Mythic Reaper and Oracle Ball. This is a cool map. It, again, is a volcano. That's why it's called Volcanic Burst. It's pretty cool. This is what I was talking about. It's a map with a little bit of scenery. Again, he colored all the little blocks here. Like, that must have been such a pain in the gooch. I don't know. I like it, though. It's more colorful and more fun when you're driving on the map. But I had one problem, though. On this spiral right here, I think the kill boundary is a little too close, because right about here, I kept sliding off the map a tiny bit. And if you slide off the map even the tiniest bit, you hit a kill boundary and blow up. So that's kind of a pain. I like that little wave right there, though. But this map's really cool. It's got some cool scenery. It's got a unique color scheme to it, and it's got unique colors on the map itself. Right here in the volcano part itself, it's got really cool scenery. It's a great map. The two of them did a really good job making a nice collaboration map. Collaboration is a map between two people. Anyways, this map is made by him and BLH728. BLH is a great forger. He was, I think, my 9th review. So if you haven't seen BLH's review, go see his review to see what he makes. This map's called Gemini. It's a mix between Supercross and Roller Coaster, which, yeah, right there I kind of fell off, so I kind of edited that part. But it's a mix between Supercross and Roller Coaster, which is not something you see that often. I know Ionized and RLD made a motocross, and I made a mix between a roller coaster and a motocross map, but this one's Supercross and roller coaster. And I'm assuming BLH made the Supercross and Mythic made the roller coaster, because that's what each of them make pretty much. But they did a really good job with this map. It's a lot of fun. I think it's really cool. It's pretty creative to mix those two, because those two are normally kind of don't go together that much. And onto his newest map that's also made with BLH728. I guess they got a little thing going together. But this one's called Vibrisa Topiary ST, short track. Vibrisa? I don't know. But this is another short track. Really short map, but a lot of fun, actually. I liked it. I liked the short tracks. I like the style of the short tracks. I just wish they were longer. If they made long short tracks, that'd be cool. But I guess that would just be a normal map, wouldn't it? Anyways, go to Mythic X Reaper's file share and download all his racetracks. They're really good and they're a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. But go to Mythic X Reaper's file share and download all his racetracks. They're amazing, they're really well made, and they're a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.